Okay, we're gonna test the styrofoam stuff out. I'm curious. I see videos of this on YouTube a lot, and I'm curious to see if this stuff actually really works. So I'm gonna put this to a test on a few different things and actually see if this works like people say it does, or if it's just another gimmick or whatever. So we're going to start. I'm going to use the styrofoam. I see some people use gasoline. I'm not going to use gasoline. What I have is some paint thinners, lacquer thinner. So I'm going to use that. Don't know how much I need. This is all just going to be a test. I'm just doing this for the first time. I'm just curious. Alright, let's start dissolving. I hope this doesn't blow up in my face. It actually, let me just turn it around here so you guys can see. I don't know if you can see. It's actually melting down. Let's see what we got here so far. I'm going to need a lot more. Okay, I'm going to continue doing this. There's no point me just wasting video just melting this stuff. I'd like to show how much I'm using. Okay, so I'm going to continue with the video. I'm doing these two other pieces, and then I'll come back and show you how much that did or what it did, and then if I have to add more or not. It came out like a paste. It's actually got a nice texture to it. It looks like a caramel, like a marble-ish, I guess, caramel. I don't know if you guys can see that. So here we have the liquidy one. And here we have the paste, which is more styrofoam to the thinner. Now I'm going to grab a few things and we're going to test this all out. Let me just get some, I have some stuff together already in a box, so let me just grab it and we'll test it out. Okay, I'm going to put a piece of plastic down. I know it's probably going to melt right through the plastic, but you know what? I got paper underneath. At least the plastic will help a little bit. The first thing I wanted to do was see if it'll glue a box together. Not only glue the box together, but I want to make the box coat it the whole inside with this stuff. And see if it's waterproof, like everybody says it is. We'll get it, or I'll get it. There we go. Now what I want to do is I want to coat the whole inside. With this. See if it's waterproof. People claim that it is waterproof. Or for one thing, people also claim that it's a good glass Like, supposedly this thing is super glue and it glues glass good together. Some claim. Doesn't look like it. Because if you guys can see, it doesn't stick to the glass at all. It just, see that? But maybe when it dries, after it dries, I don't know. We're going to put that to the test too. Want to coat the whole inside, the seams, everything. Okay, that's all coated on the inside, but to be fair, I'm going to let that dry. I see a little gap there. I'm going to let this dry. I don't know how long this stuff takes to dry, but I'll keep checking it, and I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to give it one more coat, just to be fair. Like, everything should have at least 2 coats, right? So I'm going to put this on a stand over there, let it dry, and then I'll end up giving it another coat. Okay, next we're going to see if it'll glue cans together. So what I want to do is I'm going to put the paste up here. See, it really doesn't, I don't know. The paste doesn't even want to stick to the metal, so. Okay, paste won't stay on there. See the liquid? I don't know, this stuff doesn't seem like it's like, if you can't get it to stick this way, how is it supposed to glue? I don't understand. Like, people are putting videos of this stuff working like it's a new invention or something, but I don't understand if it doesn't stick. Anyway, I'm testing in it, and see, oh, there we go. I got some to stay on here. It just slides right off. Alright, we're gonna stick them together, let it dry. Who knows, maybe after it's dried, it works. I have no clue. Let's try sanding and see if that'll work. Maybe take the glare off the can, the shine. See if that works. Nah, it's still, oh, there we go. Okay, we'll let that dry. Oh, let's write down what it is. Sanded. Okay, another thing I wanted to test. Let's test plastic. plastic bottle. Like I say, they say this stuff works on anything, so put some on here. Just wants to slide right off. Put that aside and let that dry. Right, and to be fair, let's sand. Let's try the liquid this time. Like the paste keeps wanting to slide off. Alright, let's put that aside. Let me just go put, oh, that came apart. Hold on a second. Let's put a, okay, I'm gonna go put this stuff on a shelf. I'll be right back. Alright, I have some wood here. Supposedly it works great on wood, so we'll do that. Alright, we'll glue the wood together. And we're going to try to see how it comes apart. Alright, we're going to let that dry. Put it on the shelf. Be right back. Okay, so here's 2 pieces of ceramic. I broke it off a kitchen sink. Not my kitchen sink, of course. We'll see if this glues this together. And we're going to leave that to dry. Put that aside. Now I got a box here full of goodies. I got 2 knives here, plastic. Make them interesting. Let's just give it a sand. Try a little bit of paste, a little bit of liquid. Glue these together. I don't know, my thinking is because of the way it slides off of everything right now while it's wet, that it's not really going to work. But I don't know. Okay, we're going to put that there. Well, I'll put it on the shelf, but for now we'll leave it there for it to dry. I got a whole bunch of things here I want to try. So 2 rubber plugs. See, it won't even stick, like, I don't know. But we're gonna test it. Rubber plugs. Can I use this maybe? Nope. Let's do the tape thing again. Leave that to dry. Got pieces of metal here. We're gonna do one with no without sanding. I want to get some of the paste off. This is without sanding. Let that dry. I'm going to offset it so I can be able to see if I can take it apart after. Let that dry. And I have 2 of the exact same ones here, but I want to sand these ones. Let that dry. What else do I got here? Okay, these are 2 pieces of aluminum gears. This one's all dirty, so I am going to give it a little bit of a sanding, clean the dirt off. Some of the dirt anyway. Can't get it all off. We're going to try to glue these 2 together. See how good it works on aluminum here. I'm usually using mostly of the paste because I feel like the paste is what has the styrofoam. Like, but we can put some liquid on there too. Right. Some tape. Okay, so we got that. I have another piece of tile here. Ceramic tile. Let's see. Can we still stick plastic to it? Don't know. We'll put that on it. Let's see, let's try anything. Put a battery on it. Put battery on it. What else do I got here? Oh, let's see if we can get wood to stick to it. There we go. Okay, let me go put this stuff on the shelf and I'll be right back. We got more to test here. Okay, so I have a nut and bolt here. I want to see how this works on here. As thread lock. I'm going to thread it in like that and let that sit. Bottle caps. Move this over here. It does seem to want to stick to my fingers though. What else we got? Oh, I got some PLA here that I 3D printed. See how that sticks? That seems to be working right there. We'll see after it dries. What else do I got? Let's try and do 2 bottle caps the other way around. I got 2 bottle caps this way. I got 2 jars here. They say this stuff glues glass good together, so we're gonna try it. I'm gonna let that sit on my desk here. I made this box here out of popsicle sticks. I want to coat the whole inside of it and see if it actually is waterproof. And I'll do exactly the same as I did with the cardboard. I'll give it 2 coats. Try not to miss anything here. Like meaning material wise. I want to try to cover everything. They say it's good for glass, wood, plastic. They say it's basically good for everything. Waterproofing. So trying to get all kinds of different materials here. As you see, I'm trying to cover all the cracks and everything. Anyway, they say it's good for anything. The best glue. Some say it's the best glue. Some say it's like crazy glue. So I'm trying to do all kinds of material here. Different types of materials and see what if it actually works on any of them. I'm gonna let that dry, and I'm gonna give this another coat after. Oh, you know, one thing I want to do. I have a little box here. Where to go? Oh, I have a little box here, and I want to put some LEDs in it. I'm just curious. Do a yellow. There we go. What I want to do is I want to make like a little plaque. See if this works. We're going to let that dry. I'm just curious. That's all. We're going to put that aside and let it dry. Maybe add a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to put this aside, see what happens, see if it lights up, see if this stuff is a conductor. I don't know. Okay, I have two, like little two pegboard things here. You can buy these at the dollar store. I want to try and glue this together, see if it works. What we should do is maybe sand one side. I know it's a mess, but right now, this is not to look pretty. This is actually just to see if this stuff works, right? So, I'm going to go put this stuff on the shelf, so I'll be right back. What else we have? Let's try to glue a washer to this. Put a washer in here. Put a nut on. Let that dry and see how it works. Okay, so how is it going to do? We got a little caster here. We're going to try to see how it works. Using this stuff to apply it to the wood. We're going to let that dry. What else can I test here? Let's test two batteries together. I want to try to get this to put this to the ultimate test. Does it work or doesn't it work? There's two old batteries. I got a pair of old glasses here. What we'll do is, like I said, I'm not making this to look pretty right now. It's just to see if this stuff works. So we'll see, keep that, well, I'll clean it up a little bit, but keep that one opened. See if we can break this one. Do it to here. All right. What else can I test? I have these two pieces of aluminum. I'm going to stick these together. Use the clothes peg for that. What else I got? Got a piece of plastic here, Zenith. Stick an Allen key to it. Let that sit. Trying to think of other stuff I can glue together just to put it to the test. Put a bottle cap on here. Hold on a second. What we'll do is put a bottle cap here like this. Excuse me. And then we'll put one on like that. I don't know. The only other thing I can think of is let's see how good that to the test. I don't know. This is all I can think of. Okay, all these parts that I glued together have been sitting for over 36 hours. That's more than plenty time for it to work. These are the cans. This is the non-sanded one. That broke away easy. Real easy. And it doesn't stick to the can. It just peels right off. So that didn't work on non-sanded material. Yeah, it just peels right off. So that's a failure. These are the ones that I did sand to take the shine off the cans. Actually worked a bit better, but it's not like super glue, but it did work a bit better. I still consider that a failure. Okay, these are the two pieces of bottle plastics that I cut from a bottle. This one is the non-sanded one. That's a failure. This one here is the sanded one. Stuck a little bit better. It's still a failure. This stuff is supposedly, according to people, it's supposed to stick to anything. Well, so far it's a failure. There's two pieces of metal. This one is, let's do the non-sanded. This is the non-sanded. That's a failure. This is the sanded. That's also a failure. Alright, this is the caster that I put on the glue, on the wood. That's a failure. Plastic on the wood. Failure. Failure. Like, this stuff dried for over 36 hours. The glasses. That's a failure. That's a failure. Maybe if you wanted to hold it in place and it not be movable or like played with. That's definitely a failure. Two pieces of aluminum. Failure. Allen key on plastic. Failure. The stuff is hard, but it doesn't glue. These are the two pieces of the two gears. Kind of stuck a little bit, but like it'll stick, but you can't put load on it. That's the problem. This is the nut bolt and washer. How does it work as thread lock? Doesn't work at all. Not at all. So forget it, using it as thread lock. Crazy glue works a lot better than this. Two plastic knives. Failure. Plastic on ceramic. Oh, that's failure. Battery. Failure. Wood. Failure. All failures. Ceramic. A lot of videos out there on that this stuff works on tiles and everything. Total fail. Like, it's a total fail. This is the more liquidy one that I use on the popsicle sticks. That's a complete fail. This is the paste. Actually, the paste worked a little bit better, but wood glue works a lot better than this. Like wood glue, I wouldn't be able to take that apart without chipping the wood or breaking it. Plastic. Actually, this worked pretty good. That actually worked on this plastic here. It actually broke the plastic. So this type of plastic, I don't know what type it is, but it actually worked. That's hard, stuck on there. So one thing it worked on, those little pegboards you get at the Dollarama or dollar store, pegboards. It worked on that. Okay, this is the PLA. Oh yeah, that worked. Oh yeah, definitely that worked. The PLA is breaking before I can take that apart. PLA. This is probably this is probably ABS and PLA. There you go. Two things it worked on. What else I have here? This is the bolt. And actually, it sticks a little bit. This one stuck a little bit better than the other one, maybe because this one was cleaner. But it's still not wouldn't be a thread lock. Maybe for something like it's M3 bolts or something like that. This is the jars. You know, one thing I made this video, one reason why I made this video is it's supposed to glue glass, tile, and the wood. I mostly made the video because of tiles, gluing tiles together I saw, and glass together. Like with the wood, I saw one video that this guy glued two pieces of wood together, two 2x4s, and he had to really jump on the thing to take the wood apart, and it destroyed the wood. It did not come apart through the gluing and that. So I don't know, my test completely failed on that. The glass test failed. Everything actually failed. This pen might actually have worked because it's plastic, just like that pegboard. Not even the pen worked. Like the LEDs, and like this is over 36 hours, it's still soft. It does light up. Like I tried to see already if it lit up, and it does light up, but it's still soft. If you want to do something like this, LEDs inside a glass looking little plaque or whatever, you're better off using that 5-minute epoxy from the dollar store. It dries clear. Anyway, I am going to do a test, which I don't have to buy, is with the Styrofoam and nail polish remover. I'm going to do a test myself and see how that works. If I come up with really good results in that, maybe I'll put a video up on it. What I'm thinking what happened with this is that this is PLA, and I tried putting some stuff on here, and PLA warps with heat, and this thing warped. So what I'm thinking happened here is, while this was drying, the Styrofoam mix put out enough heat to fuse the plastics together, the PLA and the ABS, if it is a ABS. And I think that's what happened. What I would like to try, I'd like to try two more things. Right now I can't afford it. With my disability, I'm unable to work, and I don't even have 1,000 subscribers to get anything from YouTube. So right now I can't afford to buy anything to be putting up videos on stuff that needs to be bought. But what I'd like to try is two things. One is to see if this stuff would work as a fiberglass resin. I don't have any fiberglass cloth. If I do come across some, I will test it out, see if it'll work. And the other thing I'd like to test it on is PETG filament. I've never tried using PETG, but supposedly not even crazy glue will glue two pieces of it together. So I would really like to try it out and see if it works. If it does, it would be great for the 3D community people. Yeah, those two things I want to try out. You gotta realize, if this styrofoam stuff really worked, like big companies, fiberglass companies, glue companies and everything would have already had this on the shelves for sale, right? So anyway guys, I appreciate you guys sticking with me for this long video. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you on the next one. If you guys have any comments, just leave them down below. Cheers.